Oh, good afternoon. I'm super excited today because I'm going to be cutting the sink out of here. A few more things left to do and we'll be on our way to having a countertop we can put in, but still a few more things. So I got to cut the sink out, cut this down here. Underneath I can see the line, but it's going to be way smaller. I'll probably sand this whole thing again and then do some coats of tung oil on it. But first, before I do the tung oil, I need to put a strip around the outside of this. Still not sure what I'm going to use to wrap this, a little strip around here. I might use like a walnut because it's darker and I think it might pop. The whole house is all about pine, so I don't know if I'll just stick with the pine. I just put these boards underneath here to kind of hold it up, these 2x6s. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to drill a pilot hole through here. I'm going to just start with one. I may do more, but I have this smaller bit that I can use to do the turn, so I may not need to do more than one hole. Even the sawdust is like way darker than the new pine like this. I love this old growth pine. Okay, for the fun part. It is so hot out today and muggy. That's why I'm trying to stand in the shade here for a minute, but I got to go over here into the sun next. Let me try to switch these blades real quick because it's not taking that turn as good as I would have hoped. This is my backup. That is awesome. So it's important to have the nice sharp blades for this. These are hot too. I think it's perfect. I switched back to the bigger blade because it's quicker for the straight part. Yeah, this is great. This blade, since it's smaller, it's also more skinny. So I have to go through that same path one more time that I just cut with a small one. But the good thing is, since it's already cut, this actually works in there too. So yeah, I have to start back in the beginning and then sweet. One more pass. Blade broke, yeah it did. Oh well, it broke right when I got done with it. It sucks, you don't want to waste a good blade, but I'm not touching that. I'm gonna get some pliers. But it broke after I was all done with it. That's fantastic. It's gonna break, now that's the best time to do it. Very cool. So now I want to be very careful with this part because I don't want this to break the wood, since it's not as strong now. So there it is. I'll have to go through and take a router and a sander and all that to this eventually. Let's see if this sink fits. Whoa. Close. Okay, looks like we just need to round over the underneath a little bit, but yeah, we're close. Cool. This is an old sink. I don't know how old it is. It needs to be cleaned. We're gonna have a lot of stains and stuff we need to take out, but I think it's gonna look real nice when we're done. Okay, this is the last cut for all of the different butcher block. Right there. Looks good, looks good. You wanna cut it?
No. No
She don't want to learn. challenge was I was trying to not let that pinch. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go through this one more time, make sure it's accurate. Awesome, today is a good day. Originally I had this wood here. I put a lot of work into it too. This is old flooring, and I was gonna put this little strip around this like that, right? It looked nice. Then I realized I needed more overhang. So I had to go and try to find enough wood left, scrap wood, that actually goes with this wood. So it's old growth pine also, and that's what it's gonna look like. A little thicker, and it's gonna look beautiful. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna put it around all the edges that you can see in the outside. This one here to the right is going to meet up with the big piece, so there's not going to be anything on that one. So yeah, so I'll glue it up and then put it on. I like using this roller. Spread the glue out. Nice. That's good. Now I'm going to wipe it down. I like to wipe the glue down because I feel like whenever I sand it, it takes too long to sand. If I let it dry. So I think you can let the glue set up for several hours, maybe even as soon as like an hour. You just don't want to put any stress on it because that's when something could happen. But I think after an hour, I'll probably be okay to undo these clamps, and they probably will stay. I like it. Now this piece earlier, I glued it and I put a couple little brad nails in it. All right, I cut another piece and put that in here. I just drilled the dowel holes, and now I'm going to glue it up and put this on here. And since I haven't, I'll probably just do this, hit this thing first before I put those in. A lot easier. I'm trying to beat the storm here. It says severe thunderstorm warnings right now, and I don't want to stop. I'm just hoping rain doesn't come pouring down any minute. If it does, I'll rush all these tools, and then I'll have to just throw a tarp over here or something. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. So this one's a little, sometimes they don't want to go in those holes very good, but I'm going to clamp it down real quick. Okay. Yep. All right, so now that all looks great. And wipe this down. And later I'll come through with epoxy and fill these holes if there's any gaps, and it'll look great. It'll look absolutely wonderful. This is my last piece here that I'm going to do for this countertop. I saved it for last because these two are separate. This line right here, separate this from this. So I didn't know, and those ones I put those ones in the other day, but this one I didn't know if I was going to have to move this back or forward, and I wanted to make sure this was in place exactly where it was going to stay, and then I would know the size of this. So I cut this down a little bit to make it fit. I just used the biscuit joiner, and now I'm going to put these biscuits in and glue it up.
Yum, biscuits.
This is exciting. I'll put this on this side first. And actually, I have a couple screws in here. I'm going to take them out now. And that way I can push this back a little bit, because I don't want to glue this up yet to this side. I'm just going to glue this piece on. I don't want this to glue to this. I'm going to do that last because I'm going to take these two pieces out one more time. Not today because it's raining, but I'm going to sand everything really good. I might cut this back line where I put a line here. I might cut that off and then put a piece that goes straight across because all these boards go like this. Just to make it more, give it some more strength, I might put a board across the back. Not this part, but just from here down there, especially because of the sink being here. Because there's a small strip in the back of the sink that's like, and all the boards are going like this, so it needs more strength. So I'll probably cut a strip down there, add one piece going down that direction later. And then I have a couple screws under here. Joining the two together, I'm going to take those out. Okay, I think that's all of them. So I can separate this for now. There we go. So this is going to come down. This is what I did today so far. So here is the countertop, and this little blue chalk line over here is what I am going to cut. This is a little weak here. There's gonna be the weight of the sink on it. Of course, there's wood underneath here, so it'll be supporting all the weight. But I thought I'd cut this strip because I don't want to make it any further back because it won't fit right. I'm gonna add this to it. This little piece right here. It's gonna fit right where that is. The backsplash should cover this. So yeah, I milled this down a little bit less than 3/4 with the planer. And this is going to be glued on here, glued and screwed or glued, nailed or whatever. And that's gonna give it a lot more support. Okay, I got it all glued up. It's gonna really help it, give it a little more structure. So we'll let that set up and look forward to sanding next. I just finished sanding this piece. I might go over it one more time with 120 or so, but pretty happy with it. It's rustic, so I don't have to make it perfect. And I'm gonna come through here, round over the edge with a router. And then I have to put a strip in here because it needs a little bit more on the end. Okay, so what I want to do is put this this piece of wood, line it up in here. And instead of trying to figure out how to cut this now, I decided to line this up, cut it so it'll fit in here, glue it, and then I'll come back later, draw a line from here to here and cut it with the saw after it's glued up. Okay, let's see if this fits. Great. Little gap, which is great. When I glue it up, I'll even that gap out on both sides. And then if we need to, we'll refill it with some epoxy later. And you can tell it's a little taller here, which is fine. I'll come back and sand it down. Okay, I just dry fit this with screws before I glued it. And why I did with screws is because when I come back, I want to cut this from here to here. And if I were to use like a nail gun or something, you can't get those back out. So I thought screws would be a good idea. And then once the glue cures, I can just take the screws out and cut it, and then I can put it back in. I've been using this roller for painting. I don't know, growing up we always called them Johnny rollers. I don't know why, but I've just been putting it in a plastic bag and wrapping it up, and it's lasted me for probably months now. It still works. Crazy. Okay, so what I did is I just took this here, lined it up, traced it with a pencil, and then take my saw here. There's no battery in it. Line it up, exactly how far it's going to come out. And then I will clamp, or I could just do like that, actually, because that's exactly where it's going to go. Quicker. All right. And this one. Throw a little battery in here. Just realized I forgot to take that screw out. Holy cow. I mean, these are thick. They went through it so easy. Crap. These blades can go through some stuff sometimes, so, but now I know I took the other two out. So there we go. I cut that, and then now I can sand this flat, flush. So that'll be my next step.
Hey there, we'd love for you to check out our newly designed website at journeydowntheroad.com. You can easily search for whatever category or topic you're interested in and read more about our little pine cottage. Get the inside scoop about our story and how we've lived simply in small spaces and how you can too. See how we've also built a handmade home with reclaimed and salvaged materials. Thanks for joining us on this journey.